Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK is one of the countries with the most strict immigration laws and rules when you're looking in terms of implementation. They implement every single thing that they say. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about if you come to the UK, whether you've got a student visa, you've got a skilled worker visa, or you've got a health and care worker visa, if you lose your job, what happens next? If for any reason you get sacked or you lose your job, what is the process that is followed? Look, there are so many people that contact me every day regarding this. So I thought, well, I'm going to do a video to share so that you're aware of the possible implications. And look, it is not a good situation to find yourself in. But the good news is that if you're watching my videos and you're following the things that I'm talking about and you're applying for jobs legally, you're going through the right processes, you are patient with the process, you are persevering to do the right thing, then you will not find yourself in this situation. But if you watch my videos and then you're like, oh, Melvis, there she goes again, she started, who cares? And you end up in the wrong hands with the wrong employers, then you better watch this video till the end because you may find yourself in one of these situations pretty soon. So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I do appreciate your time and I hope that obviously you're implementing this. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you don't want to be a stranger on here, you want to hit that subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single time when I drop a new video on here. Also, I do have a free newsletter where I send information about UK updates such as this one directly to your inbox. Information about free UK visa sponsorship opportunities for you to move to the UK or to switch if you're already within the UK, as well as career progression opportunities. Look, I absolutely love career progression. I started my own journey in the UK as a carer in a nursing home. I then studied nursing as an international student, and within 5 years, I had progressed to the most senior clinical nursing position. So I currently work for the NHS as an advanced nurse practitioner. So, like I've said, I do support with career progression in the UK, securing those visa sponsorship opportunities. So, again, you want to make sure that you are smart and you're making hay while the sun shines. Also, one thing that I'm very interested in, work from home jobs as well as, side business ideas, because I'm also on a mission to retire before I turn 40 so that I'm not broke and I'm not working until I'm in my 80s and retiring, when I'm already full of arthritis. You need to enjoy life. So if you're interested in any of these things that I've mentioned, you want to check the comment section below. You'll find a link to my free newsletter. Once you join, I send all of that information directly to your inbox. So my newsletter, all you need to do is drop your name and email and you are part of the newsletter. And look, if you're watching this video right now, whether you're in the UK or you're out of the UK, you 100% want to be on that newsletter to get that information and to make sure that you are keeping up to date with these laws, rules, regulations, and most importantly, opportunities. So what happens? The first thing that you need to know is that if you are on a skilled worker visa in the UK or any work visa or a student visa, there are so many immigration rules that you have to follow. That certificate of sponsorship that you have, it's a legal obligation that your employer also has. And if there's any change in your employment or personal circumstances, your employer is obliged to inform the Home Office within 10 working days. Let's say, for example, you get to the UK and you're not showing up for work, your employer is obliged to inform the Home Office because that's what the law says. There are certain things that it doesn't matter whether we agree with those things or we don't, it is the law. Your employer also has so many obligations towards you. For example, they need to follow the rules, such as not charging candidates, for example, for the certificate of sponsorship. And recently, more and more UK employers, are getting their licenses to recruit overseas revoked. And this is because obviously when they find out through audit or through whatever means that that's what's going on and there is unsafe practice going on, then obviously the license gets revoked. And obviously if the license gets revoked, the workers are going to end up in the same situation that we're talking about in today's video. So you need to make sure that you are very aware. You need to make sure that you're choosing the right employers. You need to make sure that as much as it's difficult to do the right thing, you are staying on the right path, on the clean path, and you're doing the right thing. I know that is difficult, but you have to try to do that. Again, if you're wondering, I do have a private career coaching program where I support nurses, carers, students, student nurses, prospective student nurses, but I want to get into healthcare. you're looking for those free UK visa sponsorship opportunities, whether to move to the UK or to switch your visa, in fact, if you're already in the UK, so that you are going through the normal process. You're looking who is recruiting, how do you apply, we go through your CV, review your CV, how should it be, what is this position, what sort of experience is required. We go through the interview preparation so that you are having higher chances, obviously, for success. Also, career progression. If you're in the UK as a carer and you want to be able to do more, you know what I mean, you want to upgrade, because the truth is, the carer role is very good for kind of that introduction into the UK and introduction into healthcare, but it is not sustainable because the pay is so bad. 20,000 per year. If you've got kids, how much are you going to earn? How much will you save? Will you buy a house? Will you live better? It's not easy. So I support with career progression, obviously, through my private coaching program, which if you check the about section of this YouTube channel or the description box below, you're going to see a link to join that private coaching program. Once you join, then we'll have that one-to-one session and everything else kind of just falls into place. And let me tell you, it is not, it is not something that is easy, but when you join my program, we are going to work hard to make sure that you're in the best position possible. But when it comes to getting those visa sponsorship jobs, these are legit employers that want the best candidates, will work hard on ensuring that you position yourself in the best way possible. But ultimately, there are no guarantees. I cannot say to you, if you join my program today, you're going to get a visa sponsorship tomorrow. I cannot say that, because it is the employers that decide who they want to recruit. What we do in the program is make sure that we enhance your skills, your knowledge, teach you, I go through what you need to know so that you're successful in your job. You know what the expectations are, and you're not going to work thinking, oh my God, what am I supposed to be doing here? So that's what it's all about, as well as that career progression. So you want to make sure that you check it out. And I'm just saying this obviously to manage your expectations. So what happens, therefore, like we were saying, so if it happens that whether it's that your employer's license is revoked, or that you are sacked for whatever reason, then obviously they'll inform the Home Office. Once the Home Office finds out, they're going to send you a letter. They'll send you a letter through the post. Once you get that letter, basically you've got 60 days to be in the UK. From the day you receive the letter, you've got 60 days to legally be in this country. And look, it is not a good situation. Like I say, you don't want to find yourself in here, but if you're doing the right thing, you're doing your own best. If you know that your employer, for example, isn't the best thing you can do is be applying for jobs today. If you're watching this video right now, once you finish watching the video, obviously you need to get your CV and make sure it's spot on. Go online and start applying for jobs, because you do not want you and I to have this conversation about this particular things that I'm talking about in this video. So you want to make hay while the sun shines, because if you're watching this, you know the type of employer that you've got. Is it a good employer? Is it legit? Is it not? Is it a risky employer? You know that yourself. So because you know, you can take action to safeguard yourself so that you don't end up in this trouble. So once you get that letter, and by the way, do share this with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they're aware of this information. And also you can check the government website. They do have these guidelines on there that will explain beautifully in simple terms what the process is that I'm talking about in today's video. So once you get that letter, you've got 60 days. Within those 60 days, you've got two options: to either do nothing, and then leave the UK within the 60 days, because look, you don't want to wait until the 60 days have kind of expired before you leave, because then you're going to be recorded as an overstayer. Again, you don't want to be an overstayer in the UK, which means that if you've got 60 days and you leave the UK on day 70, then you're an overstayer. Obviously, they'll let you go, but if you want to come back, it's not going to be easy because you've overstayed your welcome in the UK. So that's the first option. You leave within the 60 days. If you stay and do nothing, that's a lot worse. Or you can start looking for jobs. This is why I was saying that if you have an employer that is not straight, please, my dear friend, start applying for jobs today after you finish watching this video. And if you need my guidance, obviously, I'm more than happy to guide you with that. But you can also check out my other videos that I've done on this channel about good employers working for the NHS, for example. They don't have all this brouhaha that all these private companies have. So you do need to make sure that you check out those videos also to help you, because you don't have to join my program to get the support. There's lots of support out there. You can check with your friends. They're able to guide you. You can check online. You know what I mean? There's quite a lot on there, because my program is only for the top 1%. That's what I call them. I don't expect all of you to join, because, it's for those people that are really keen on career progression. They are really, progression focused. And so, like I've said again, I do not expect all of you to join. So, but that's why I give all this information here, so that you're aware of what's going on. And then you can look for a job, which is obviously the best option. Like we said, if you start looking for a job within those 60 days, you've got to find another visa sponsorship job within 60 days. They need to apply for your certificate of sponsorship within those 60 days, and you need to apply for a new UK visa within the 60 days. That's 2 months. We all know that looking for a visa sponsorship job, you know what I mean? Getting the interview, being shortlisted, and then getting the conditional offer, going through the pre-employment checks, and then getting the unconditional offer, and eventually getting the unconditional offer for employment before they ever give you the certificate of sponsorship. Look, it takes time. It can take a while. Even with the most legit UK employers, it takes a long time. With the NHS as well, it takes quite a while. So that is more likely to be out of the 2 months. If it's out of the 2 months, you're an overstayer in the UK. So you must do the whole process. You must have all the right requirements. If it's a job that needs IELTS, if it's a job that doesn't need IELTS, you need to have all the requirements for the position that you're applying for. You have to apply, obviously, with an employer that is licensed to recruit overseas candidates. And you've also got to make sure that you've got all the necessary requirements. And again, that's why I say that coming to the UK the right way, or being in the UK the right way, is very important, because even if anything happens along the way, it is very easy for you to transition back into place. So if you've come, for example, without the right requirements, or you're not sure even what you should have because you've not really been part of the process, you know what I mean? You've been passive in the process. It is not easy. And look, more and more people now are in this position, which is what I'm saying. That's why I'm sharing it, so that if you're not yet in this position, let's say you're still back home, planning to come here, or you're studying, looking for jobs right now, or you're looking for visa sponsorship, you're aware of this and you can take this advice, and then you don't find yourself in this position. So you must find a job and do everything within the 60 days. But if you find a job and you get visa sponsorship, obviously, and you get your certificate of sponsorship within the 60 days, if you apply for your visa and you don't get the visa within 60 days, that is fine. So that's the difference. The main thing is that you must apply for a new UK visa within those 60 days. So that's the main point you need to take. You cannot apply for the UK visa after the 60 days. It needs to be within those 60 days. Otherwise, you're going to really need a very, very good immigration lawyer. You need to have when I say good, I mean excellent immigration lawyer. If you're going out of this norm, if you're doing anything else that is not within this, and if you're unemployed and you're struggling, immigration lawyers, you know what I mean? How are you going to go about it? Again, it is what it is, really. So, if you've got any concerns, and, you're more than happy to leave any comments in the comment section below. If you've got any questions that are personal, private, you're thinking, Melvis, I don't want to put this out here, you can use my newsletter. You're going to find my contacts on there. You can contact me directly, and I'll be able to respond to you and see whatever it is that you're going through. Like I say, unfortunately, it's very heartbreaking that there are many colleagues now in the UK that are going through this situation, and I do empathize with you. But at the same time, it's about doing the right thing, and most of the times we know what is right, and we choose to do what is not right, because what is not right always seems like the easy option. But it's better to do the work now and be safe tomorrow, rather than kind of cut corners now and then struggle tomorrow. But obviously, we're all different people. You know what I mean? We've all got different values. We've got different priorities. We've got different ways of thinking. Some of us take more risk, some don't. But again, I rather be on the side of the law. I rather do the right thing, so that I don't end up in all these entanglements. But if you are in this situation, there is hope. Look for jobs, apply, and go through the normal processes. So I've done all sorts of videos on this channel about different opportunities in the UK, that offer visa sponsorship, and those that don't, because not everybody needs visa sponsorship. So share this video with your friends, loved ones. If you haven't subscribed, really, you don't want to be a stranger here. You want to hit that subscribe button, so that you're the first to be notified when I drop a video on here. But if you need that personalized advice and guidance, then consider joining my private coaching program, which then we can get started. So watch this other video that I've done and it's going to be really helpful for you. Thank you for your time.